Hello students, in present video I am going to explain about the importance of commerce. By seeing this heading, don't misunderstand that I am going to explain about the importance of commerce course. After 10th class, if you take MEC or CEC, how will be your future? That is not our current topic. As a business activity, how commerce is helpful for the economic development of one country, that I am going to explain. So to know the importance of commerce, you must know the classification of business activities. Business activities are broadly classified into industry and commerce. Industry means manufacturing of goods and services. After manufacturing them, a producer wants to distribute these goods and services to customers. Commerce deals with that distribution function. So commerce is again divided into two types: trade and aids to trade. If trade and aids to trade both are combined together, it is known as commerce. Then trade means after manufacturing the goods, producer wants to sell those goods or services to the consumers now. In other words, producer wants to exchange the goods and services to consumers with the aim of profit. This exchange is known as trade. So trade is divided into two types: home trade and foreign trade. Home trade means if seller and buyer both are living in the same country, that exchange is known as home trade. Foreign trade means if seller is in one country and buyer is in another country, and if there is any trade between them, that trade is known as a foreign trade. Home trade is classified into wholesale trade and retail trade. Wholesale trade means, see here, producer is one, but consumers are scattered throughout the country. So one man cannot distribute the goods and services to this many people. Here producer faces the problem of persons, and that problem is eliminated by one business service known as middlemen. There are two middlemen in distribution channel. They are wholesalers and retailers. A wholesaler purchases goods from producers in bulk quantities and sells to retailers in small quantities. And a retailer is a mediator between wholesaler and the ultimate customer. He purchases goods from wholesalers in huge quantities and sells to ultimate customers in small quantities. Now come to foreign trade. It is divided into export trade, import trade and entrepot trade. Export trade means selling goods to another country. Import trade means buying goods from another country. And entrepot trade means importing goods from one country and exporting the same goods to another country. So this is all about trade. Now come to aids to trade. Trade means exchange of goods and services from seller to buyer. No? While exchanging these goods and services, seller faces so many difficulties. These difficulties are known as hindrances in trade. They are place problem, finance and exchange problem, time problem, risk problem, knowledge problem and information problem. There are some business services which help in removing these difficulties. Those business services are known as aids to trade. They are transport, banking, warehousing, insurance, advertising and communication. So this is all about business activities classification. Now with this knowledge, let us see the importance of commerce. First point is commerce increases national income. National income means the monetary value of goods and services manufactured by one country during a financial year. For example, from 1/4/2019 to 31st March 2020 is known as one financial year. In this year, one country manufactured 8 lakh crores worth goods and 5 lakh crores worth of services. If you add both, then 12 lakh crores is known as national income of that country during this financial year. National income is always expressed in legal tender of that particular country. So in our country, national income is expressed in terms of rupees. And the growth in national income indicates the growth in economy of that particular country. So national income is concerned with the manufacturing process now. So manufacturing of goods and services comes under industry. Therefore, if industry develops, national income increases. And the development of industry depends on commerce, because commerce deals with the distribution of goods and services which are produced by industry. As long as commerce distributes the goods and services successfully, producers will be able to manufacture more and more. When production increases, national income increases. So eventually we can say that commerce is helpful for the increase of national income. Second point is commerce encourages international trade. International trade means foreign trade, and it includes exports and imports. Commerce facilitates the growth of industry. When goods and services are manufactured in huge quantities, surplus production can be exported to other countries. Thus, home country can fetch foreign exchange. Similarly, the success of international trade depends on the proper exchange of information between exporter and importer. Commerce facilitates this exchange of information with the help of communication channels such as internet, email, phones, etc. And international transport modes such as waterway, airway are used to transport the goods from one country to another country. And while transporting the goods from one country to another country, if waterway is used, it is exposed to number of risks. These risks are known as sea perils, such as sinking of ship or fire accident in ship, robbery in ship, technical problems in ship, or damage of goods due to sea water, floods, tsunami, storms, etc. To safeguard the goods from all these sea perils, exporter takes one insurance policy known as marine insurance. And while exporting or importing the goods, traders have to pay number of taxes to the government. If they want any financial assistance, they can depend on banking. So, communication, insurance, banking and transportation. All these are business services which come under commerce. Thus, we can say that commerce encourages international trade. Third point is commerce helps in expansion of aids to trade. Commerce facilitates the growth of industry. After manufacturing goods and services in huge quantities, producers want to exchange them to the consumers. During this exchange process, producers need the help of business services known as aids to trade, such as transport, banking, warehousing, insurance, advertising and communication. So the expansion of industry leads to growth and expansion of aids to trade, and commerce is the reason behind this. Now come to fourth point. Commerce generates employment opportunities. The number of people who seek jobs is rapidly increasing. In a country like India, already agriculture sector is overburdened and unemployment has become a serious problem. Commerce helps in eliminating this unemployment problem. Commerce facilitates the growth of industry. To manufacture more goods and services, traders need more employees and labor. Thus, commerce facilitates employment opportunities. Similarly, when industry and trade develops, traders need the services of aids to trade. Thus, the development of industry and trade results in the growth and expansion of aids to trade. So all these agencies also need employees to look after their functioning. In this manner also people get some employment opportunities. Thus commerce generates employment opportunities. Fifth point is commerce helps to increase standard of living. Standard of living means the quality of life enjoyed by the people of a particular locality. And standard of living is influenced by various factors such as income of people, quality of goods and services available in that particular locality, the availability of medical and education facilities, quality of environment, quality of infrastructure, and purchasing power of people. You know, commerce facilitates the growth of industry. More production leads to more competition. Then, to attract the customer, every trader has to maintain the quality of goods and services. Similarly, when traders start manufacturing more and more goods in particular locality, these agencies establish their units in that area. Thus, infrastructure and medical educational facilities of that area develops. Industry and those agencies need people to execute their functions. Thus, people get employment opportunities. As a result of that, their income increases and it leads to an increase in their purchasing power. Thus, commerce facilitates to increase the standard of living. Sixth one is commerce links producers and consumers. In industry, goods and services are manufactured. The next step is the distribution of goods and services to ultimate consumer. While distributing these goods and services, there should be a proper contact between producers and consumers. And while contacting the consumer, producer faces several problems. And all these problems are eliminated by aids to trade, business services. As business services come under commerce, we can say that commerce creates a proper link between producers and consumers. Next one is commerce tries to satisfy human wants. The wants and needs of consumers are uncountable and never ending. To satisfy them, they need different varieties of goods and services. They need more income. Commerce facilitates the growth of industry. Thus, different goods and services are manufactured by traders. With the help of aids to trade, commerce distributes all these goods and services from producers to consumers. Thus, commerce facilitates the availability of goods and services at a right time, at a right place, in right quantity. Thus, commerce helps to satisfy the human wants. Eighth point is commerce benefits underdeveloped countries. As commerce ensures the rapid growth of international trade, underdeveloped countries can import labor, know-how means technology from developed countries. If they have abundant raw materials, by exporting them to developed countries, these countries can fetch foreign currency. Thus, commerce facilitates underdeveloped countries to get the benefit of industrialization. Now come to the last point of this topic. Commerce helps during emergencies. During emergencies such as floods, earthquake and wars, with the help of transportation, commerce delivers the essential requirements to the affected areas. So this is all about the importance of commerce. Hope this video is useful to you. Thank you.